I'm now here with Stephen Candries, who is the Export and Travel Retail Director for Guylian, the world's favourite Belgian chocolates. Stephen, it's great to see you. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you for coming by as well. Thank you. Yes.
No, it's a pleasure. Look, confectionery is obviously one of the growing categories in travel retail, but before we get on to that, I wanted just to ask you about your own personal travel experiences. And as you travel around the airports a lot at the moment, what are the brands that you think are doing a great job engaging the consumer?
Yes, I traveled over the years quite a bit. That's true. But my focus is going more to the Asian regions these days and to the Americas. But if you look, who is doing a great job? Is it confectionery, or you go cross-border sectors or categories?
Any brands, cross-category.
I'm always excited about what the perfume business and cosmetic business is doing. And today, and that, let's say, versus maybe 10 years ago, what the wine business is doing, that is amazing. With the tastings in various airports, it becomes an entertainment place, these airports. And that is pleasant to travel through. Certainly when a young generation goes through that, they love this. They learn to know new brands, new flavors, where probably maybe not just my generation, but the generation just before that, they pass by and they go to these very typical brands they know for many, many years, and they still go for these many brands. But good, they stay alive, but you see much more new products are coming on the shelves, and that is good for the economy, of course, and for our industry.
Fantastic. And obviously behind us we've got some of your wonderful chocolates. Guylian's is my wife's favourite chocolate, that's why we're first here today.
She must be my friend as well. Fantastic.
But what I just wanted to ask you, what are you doing in airports that you're really proud of at the moment in terms of engaging the traveller?
Well, of course we have a brand and a chocolate. It's not with the same margins as what we just talked about, wines or cosmetics and perfumes and call it, or even tobacco. We have small margins, so that means the opportunity to go to and to challenge the retailer to say you have to do this and this and this is more difficult.
Yeah.
So we have our limitations, and we try to let the product stand out on the shelf. We have here and there, we have the gondola environment where we try to build up a little bit more attention through promotions, price promotions, multi-buy promotions, boxes like, for example, I'm going to take one. This is one of our best sellers, for example, as well. You see, this is, we just mentioned it. You can read it here. Buy 3, get 1 free. 4 boxes in the case, easy to travel with, and there you go. 1 kilo of chocolates to bring back home. It's a nice gift, of course, and you can spread it out to your friends and family members. This is what we try to do. Or we bring some color in the packagings as well, and that's the way we try to engage. It's more price-driven. It is promotional-driven. It's not building up the big towers like we see with other categories in the industry. But we do it in our home market. If you go to Belgian Skyshop, for example, in the Brussels airport, there you will see a big tower in front of the cashiers, for example. There we build something. We do that also in Thailand, for example, in Bangkok airport. It's a fantastic build-up displays that we have with beautiful advertising on the walls. So strategically, we try to do a number of things which are quite fine and that help us. We, of course, and like many other brands, we like to do more, but of course, resources are sometimes a problem.
No, and tell me, in terms of you reference wine, do you have chocolatiers? Do you have chocolate experts in the airport doing advocacy work for you?
No, we don't do this. I know some other brands are doing this, but recently, and that's now just 3 days ago, in the Lotte Mall, the new Lotte Mall in Seoul, the Lotte Tower, we have opened a Guylian Belgian chocolate cafe, and there we have started with having a chocolatier from ours being there for a whole week and making chocolate and entertaining the people. And of course, this has an effect, of course, because this is advertising as well. That gives the artisanal feel back into the chocolates, where some people don't know about, and that helps. Yes.
That sounds a fantastic idea. I can see lots of Guylian chocolate cafes springing up in the key hubs around the world.
That's the intention. Yes.
Excellent. And obviously, we're facing some challenging times at the moment. A very consolidating retail base that is starting to take place. Is that bringing you new challenges? If you look to Dufry and Nuance or some of the other big plays at the moment?
Look, we are a bit an underdog in between the brands, but it's something we are looking at, and we don't know what's going to happen. Of course, like many people, and often the retailers themselves, they don't know it themselves too. So we will see what comes out of it. But there is a concern because a lot of money is, I'd say, in the bidding, and someone has to pay this.
Exactly.
We don't like to say that, but we hope, but that's reality, and we hope it will not, let's say, harm the business. Because I sometimes say, at a certain moment, when too much is paid, you go to brands or you go to products with a certain qualities where you say, okay, good, in the land of blinds, one eye is king, and we would like to offer people quality products. And it's just not just because of pricing, and it's just not because you have the money to advertise and you can bring your brand on the shelf anyway because of the money. No, we would like to give something to children, to the people, which is a good quality product.
Totally understand, and I think that's one of the key challenges for us as an industry at the moment, for sure. And just to finish, if we look at confectionery category on a global basis, what do you consider are the greatest challenges that you face currently?
It's again linked with what we just said before, what the retailers and the operators are doing. But on a product basis, of course, confectionery, cocoa butter is expensive these days. Hazelnuts are very expensive these days. So we have a challenge with costs. And of course, we have to bring that forward to the retailer. That has to be brought forward to the consumer. But it brings also us in a situation that we have to be more innovative and creative in the way what we make and what we do. We will not bring the quality down from our products, definitely not. Or changing the weights and so on immediately from the core product, that would be dangerous for us. That's a short win, but not in the long term. And always with these crises in prices and so on and ingredients, it's our waves. Now we are on the top over there. It's steep, high prices, but they will come down. We hope it will be soon. But we have to bite the button.
I think that's a great expression, bite the button. So, yeah, I think it's a good note to finish on. Rising costs, challenging retailer margins, but let's not forget the consumer and the fact the consumer wants quality and innovation, and all parties need to invest to make that happen.
Yes.